light 'em up in the ring. Light 'em up, shoot, shine, do your thing. Light 'em up in the ring. Light 'em up, shoot, shine, do your thing. Light 'em up, go dumb, go stupid. Yeah, we undefeated. Sucker free, we got the seats heated. Let's face it, you bout to get a beat down. Less talking, let's take it to the streets now. Ain't gonna be no rematch, why you wanna fight? Touchdown on sight, yeah. Turn off the light, oh, turn off the light, let's get it poppin'. Go dumb. When you see me moving, bodies dropping. Move some. I'm about to go sick, call Earl. I'm turning up like E40, not your average girl. I'm turning up. We can rock like Rocky, make you tap it. Ghost ride the whip, look at my drip. This ain't a copy. We got a night if you wanna throw hands. When they see me fight, they wanna throw bands. Go dumb, go stupid, yeah, we undefeated. Sucker free, we got the seats heated. Light 'em up in the ring. Light 'em up, shoot, shine, do your thing. Light 'em up in the ring. Light 'em up, shoot, shine, do your thing. Light 'em up.
It's time for the main event. It's the Shoe Shine.
Last summer, I was in Las Vegas. It was 114 degrees. 114 degrees. You can actually hear the sun at that point. It didn't feel safe. I was like, are we supposed to be here? 114. Like, you're never at a friend's house. You're warm in here. Yeah, I set the thermostat to 114. That's how I like it. I'm part lizard. Thermostats don't even go up that high. Meat thermometers do. I think God is just cooking people in Vegas.
Que onda, vatos locos? It's your boy Dave in the 702. On a Monday night Shoe Shine Boxing Edition, Drew Evo cannot be with us tonight, but I got the great homie all the way from the city of North Las Vegas. Vince is in the building. Que pasa, homie?
What's up, peeps?
Glad to have you, man. I just had to play that clip. It's kind of hard playing all different types of clips and being like perfect timing, but I'm like, oh man, this old comedy bit was cracking me up because I got good air conditioning, Vince, but I'm still like, I'm hot all day, bro. It's crazy out there hot. It's crazy hot. You could cook an egg on your pavers.
I can't get used to it. They say you get used to it. I can't. I noticed the older you get, the hotter it gets.
And wait, you had a great weekend. Obviously, I couldn't make the fight, but you were in the building.
Yeah.
Shout out to everybody that was here in Las Vegas for either the AC/DC concert or who came out here for the big fight weekend that Golden Boy Boxing put on at the Virgin. It was so hot that you know that people were very uncomfortable going out there. I had to tell my friends who were going to AC/DC, make sure you drink. I'm not gonna tell you you're grown adults, but drink a lot of water, bro, because just walking from the casino to the Allegiant Stadium when it's 114 degrees is like a death wish. It feels absolutely awful. Saludos to everybody joining us. Yes, we're live from Las Vegas tonight. And also, Vince, I saw videos of people getting down at the Virgin, man. Did you see any hands being thrown by audience members?
Honestly, no, I did not see none.
Well, I'm happy because I did see the good homie Vince. I'll have the picture. I didn't load the picture, man, but I sent you the picture. I did see you. I did see you on TNT before I left for the night, man. I saw you. You had the great seats on the left-hand side where the ring entrance was set up, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, there goes Vince. I see Vince. We're repping the Dodgers. Then that was awesome, man. You had a great seat. We're gonna talk about that fight.
Good seats with De La Hoya. In the Rolly fight, the guy asked me, do I want floor seats? I said, no, I don't like floor seats. Give me the next level up.
For the next Rolly. Wait a minute. The next Rolly fight? The next Rolly fight?
It's coming the 22nd.
Saludos to Isabel and Stizo. Appreciate you guys being in the building. You already. By the way, guys, if you're interested in that, I'll have the Rolando Romero interview. I think I'm going to put it out maybe this week. I wanted to do it closer to the actual fight date. There is no really big boxing this weekend, but there's another big fight coming up at the T-Mobile, like Vince just said. Rolly Romero versus Teofimo Lopez, August 22nd, Saturday at the T-Mobile Arena. Before we get into awesome, great sports talk, boxing talk, I thought we'd do a little what's going on with baseball, what's going on with football, because football fans are very excited here, Vince. Everybody's wanting to see what the Raiders' practices have been with Fernando Mendoza. I got a clip. They allowed a lot of the Raiders fans, the Black Hole, was out there in Henderson sweating.
Yeah. My boss was out there. Him and his buddy went out there. They left around 5 o'clock in the morning to go over there.
Oh, dang. Actually, here's a little clip.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mike Dixon of Vegas Sports Today. He covers them. That's the Black Hole was out there representing in the heat. It's so hot. I can't imagine what it's like to be sitting out there watching. And shout out to the players, man. But did they offer you seats? And you said, the hell with that? To the practice?
Yeah, to the Raider practice? Yeah.
It's hot, man.
I ain't a Raider. I went
I
one
get it.
time, and it was a waste of my life. I'd rather watch my turf grass grow. I'm not a Raider
Man.
fan. I don't want them to think I'm a Raider fan. I'm a diehard Cowboy. Diehard. One team. That's it. Just one team. That's it.
Yeah.
No,
I'm not-
I got this team in the AFC, this team in the AFC. No one. And my team sucked, and I admit it, but it's all good. I roll with them from good to bad. It's like a marriage. You start off bad and it ends up good. It's just like that. I stick with them.
Indeed. Yep. And that video was from Mike Dixon. He's from Vegas Sports Today. He was at the fight too, and I think he had some interesting interviews. I think he might have had one with the model. I'm not sure. Or there's another beat writer, Sean Zettel, who does a lot of great work with the Porter Pod. You saw him in the building. He's also a Raiders reporter. So him and Mike Dixon, both Raiders reporters also.
There's nothing but guys with cameras walking in there now. There's like a ton of people just walking, filming, like, I guess, up-and-coming YouTubers or Kick or whatever. I don't know. But there's a whole bunch of camera guys. Like, what the heck?
For
I
real?
feel like I was like at Disneyland in the 80s, when you see the Asian people with their cameras? Just like that. Like, what the heck?
Hey, SoCal Darius says he might go to the Teofimo fight. That's awesome, bro. Hit us up.
Hey, let's hook up, bro.
So Vince, it was a lot of media then, and a lot of new media that you had not seen.
I haven't seen, like, oh my gosh. A lot of expensive cameras. A lot.
They
got money.
It's fun going to the Virgin to see fights, but it can get competitive, bro. And like I said, I got a video. Apparently there was, while one of these reporters was doing an interview, I think Mike, he caught a fist fight developing right outside the theater. And then there was a fist fight between two fans, older gentlemen in the balconies that made the internet too. But let me just show you guys real quick what's going on with my team in the 49ers, because it's all falling apart, bro. I don't know what's going on with that sub-electrical,
It's
whatever
not
they call
electrical. It's
Dude.
not electrical.
This stud Mike Evans that we got last year in trade, he's now got a quad strain, not practicing. Ricky Pearsall, I mentioned it last week. He's out for the season. So they ended up hiring another wide receiver, I think. Dezon Stribling is their draft pick. He's also day-to-day with hamstring tightness. Christian Kirk, calf strain. Jordan James, he has a fractured rib because, dude, he's out indefinitely because Fred Warner, who's back, Fred Warner hit that kid so hard, he cracked the guy's rib. So that was caused by Fred Warner. There's actually more people than that, man. If you're a Niner fan, it sounds like a repeat of last year, bro. This is only they just put on the pads today. Today. And from what I'm reading, Fernando Mendoza has not been looking too good in practice with the pads on. So
he's a rookie, we expect.
But here's the deal, man. Carson Beck, remember him? He ended up being drafted by the Cardinals, and they're just down the way there in Phoenix. Carson Beck, who I think the guy looks old. He was one of the oldest quarterbacks coming out of that draft. They said he looks incredible. They're talking about like this dude might get to be the starter sooner than Fernando Mendoza. That's going to be really interesting with the Raiders being so close to the Cardinals and Phoenix. Like, which one of those guys is going to take over the teams first? According to what
Cardinal guy.
Yeah, yeah, because
they don't have a good quarterback.
They don't.
And the Raiders got a good quarterback, Cousins.
Yeah, Kirk Cousins. Who, by the way, I didn't start watching it yet, but They have an awesome new Netflix, The Quarterbacks, that I'm going to start watching. He's on that. So he's representing the Raiders. Kirk Cousins is on that. He's one of the quarterbacks being featured on Netflix. I'm going to definitely start watching that. But here is the entire list of 49er injuries currently. This is funny because they put Kyle Shanahan car accident at the very bottom.
Damn.
Brandon Ayuk is still on this list. Who knows if we're going to get rid of him? But that's a long list, bro. And that's starting to make me really think, are they cursed or is it have to do with that stupid thing, the electrical panels?
I think it's them. It's them. You know, like right now, if you go out there and run like 100 yards, you're gonna pull a hamstring. You know, it's still early. They probably weren't staying fit on the off season.
Yep.
So it ain't that power building over there.
Yeah, indeed, man. So we'll dive deeper into that on Slugged Out Sports in the middle of the week. I think we'll do some more football coverage of how things are developing. But it's baseball trade week. The official trade deadline is coming to an end. And my team, the San Francisco Giants, who were already dead, almost like second to dead last, they pretty much gave away, oh my God, dude. They gave away, and Drew, I'll have Drew talk about this because they gave the Phillies the best player that this SF Giants has. Let me tell you who we got rid of this week, and then we'll talk about the Dodgers because the Dodgers got one of the best pitchers. They just got one of the best pitchers, and there's a lot of controversy. Luis Arraez, Venezuelan second baseman, arguably one of the better players on the SF Giants. He made the World Baseball Classic. He was in the All-Star game. He is going to the Philadelphia Phillies for 2 prospects, bro. Oh, no. Robbie Ray, left-handed starting pitcher to the San Diego Padres, where they got a legit chance of being the wild card team. They just gave up one of the outfielders to the Yankees, Helio Ramos. Tyler Mahle, right-hand starting pitcher. 2 starting pitchers we gave away to the Atlanta Braves. Eric Miller, left-hand reliever, and Caleb Killian, a right-hand reliever. He also is going to the Phillies. So the Phillies ended up getting 2 players, and we ended up getting highly rated pitching prospect Ramon Marquez and Marty Guerre. Pitching prospects. Bro, they gave up. They're like, man, we need to start from scratch. We need to get prospects.
Yeah, because they're going to have a lot of money now.
The farm.
You know, they're going to have the money.
It's the reason why you guys' team is so good. Obviously, there's a lot of right now. There's a lot of controversy and hate coming on social media to the Dodgers because now you guys are. And I've got a clip, man. A lot of the analysts say you guys are. You might as well put all the money on the Dodgers to win this World Series and three-peat, but you ended up getting Tariq Skubal. Yep. Two-time AL Cy Young Award winner. Unbelievable. Yep. Unbelievable. You guys traded away 3 prospects for that guy, but an ace like Tariq, who cares about your prospects? Who cares about your farm system?
Exactly. Yep. It's about now, not later.
Basically, you guys are just trying to guarantee that when it comes time to playoffs and World Series, that you guys have the entire thing is set up. It's good to go. And guarantee you guys. But here's a clip from Wager Talk today talking about you might as well just put all your money on the Dodgers now for the World Series. Appreciate everybody in the building. We're going to get to some boxing talk.
Everyone you know. Yes, they probably will win. I get it. But you cannot wager anything on Dodgers futures. I'm sorry. The only thing you can do is bet against them.
What?
Unless you're just, Joe Public, like I said, and you just want to be a fan of the game. I'm not here to be a fan of the game. I don't care about any player, any team, any league. They mean nothing to me. I mean nothing to them.
Well, I got this clip wrong. I thought this clip was saying go ahead and put all the money on the Dodgers, but I'll have to check our local sports books. But here's why everybody's upset is because, Vince, a lot of people think that we are headed to the first baseball lockout next year that we haven't had in ages. And here's Scott Farrell, his take on it.
On Sunday, we still went 3-2 for the day because we went 2-0 with a lead.
This is a long clip, actually.
We've hit 12 of the last 15 profit plays, and we've hit
blah blah.
And they stopped it after 6 innings. They won the series and I'll tell you more about them later. Atlanta 4-2 over. Meanwhile, the Brewers have 69 wins. Detroit 11-0 in the first game
Man, I should have
over
prepped
the
this clip.
A's after losing Scooble to the Dodgers.
Here's the thing, Vince. Here's why the Dodgers figured out the whole thing, man. So they have this thing called deferred payments. $1.1 billion. So there was a baseball player in New York. God, I forget his name. Maybe you remember the guy. He's still getting paid, but he retired years ago.
Bobby Bonilla
Thank you.
for the Mets.
Yeah, he's still getting paid millions, even though he retired. So the Dodgers
Good for him.
They figured out, oh, this is a cool little loophole. Like, we're just going to give you these huge contracts. We can't pay you all of it now while you're playing. But when you're 45 years old, you're still going to get $3 or $4 million a year from us. You're going to get these huge paychecks. We're just going to defer the payments. You'll be getting all this money until you're like 60, 50, 60 years old. And because of that,
I have a question. Can every Major League Baseball team do that?
I think so. The problem is
that's whose fault that?
the Dodgers have the best television rights deal in America. Their television rights deal is so good, meaning more they get to have their games shown on more TV networks than any other team. That you could see that their combined right now salary cap of $141 million is more than 3 teams combined. And this is starting to force the players' unions and everybody to talk about, well, we should go on strike next year because these smaller teams, like eventually the Vegas Athletics, they're one of the smaller teams. Tampa Bay, all the Marlins, all these teams, they got ghetto-ass budgets. And it kind of feels like the SF Giants have chump change for budget now, too. Ain't nobody can compete. And so is all baseball suffering because you guys are too good.
Hey, like I always say, the Yankees did it. Why can't we do it? You know.
So this is interesting. You said that because here's something I found. That's a great point. By the way, that's funny. Kike Hernandez. This guy says, remember when the Yankees went to the World Series 96, 98, 99, 2000, 2001, 2003? I remember that. I hated that era of baseball because they were the best. Yeah. Funny how nobody said the Yankees were ruining baseball. Winning organizations have always looked for ways to get even better. The Dodgers are not doing anything the great franchises haven't done before. So they asked AI. They asked AI and they wrote an article about it and they found an article. The claim that nobody said the Yankees were ruining baseball is incorrect. The team faced similar accusations during their late 1990s and early 2000s dominance for high spending and success, and it links an article to Bleacher Report. Basically, everybody did hate the Yankees.
Yeah.
But we didn't have social media like we do now. Like,
Yep.
we got social media, so you're hearing about it all the time.
All the time.
And it sucks being it sucks being one of these fans right now and all these other teams that just can't figure it out. So I don't know, man. I'm really nervous that next year there might be a lockout, and what that does for the Vegas Athletics starting in 2028 if there's a lockout, it could, slow down the process of building that stadium.
No, they're going to keep building. They're on the contract. They got a deadline to finish.
And it's looking
If they
good.
don't finish it, they got to pay. Yeah,
It's
so they're on deadline.
It is looking good, guy. Anybody who came to Vegas or has been near the Tropicana across the street from the MGM, it's coming along. In fact, I had some videos of it, but yeah, man. Hey, there was some really sad news. There was I want to make sure I get the information right, but for one thing, a UFC fighter passed away last night.
That.
This is really, really crazy, sad news. This is sad news. Charles Oliveira was speaking on behalf of Alan Nascimento. I don't know if Alan was Brazilian. I think I've seen him fight before. He says, today I lost a brother. Thank you for always being there, for sharing the mat, the track, for the words. I only have gratitude for having you by my side, brother, in training, in battles, in our conversations. I love you, kid. You were awesome. He was an active UFC fighter, 35 years old. He passed away in his sleep of a heart attack.
That's a good way to go into sleep. That's the best way.
But you always think like that would happen when you're, I don't know, your 70s, 60s, 70s, 80s.
Hey, when God needs you, He's gonna get you. You know.
I mean, it's so unbelievable because you know that any elite athlete who's in either MMA or boxing, they take care of themselves. They're athletes. They're doing merit. They're running hills. They're running at what's that, Mount Charleston. They're running, every day. So we don't know what he doesn't. They didn't know he had a heart condition. And I don't think you look for it at 35 years old. It's crazy. But rest in peace to Alan Nacimiento.
Yes.
And also there is a boxer that over the weekend, I believe he's Irish, but once I get the information right, there's a GoFundMe. He suffered, and this fight was overseas, but he suffered a very serious brain injury in his fight this weekend. So I'll get his name and you can pray for him.
So I wonder if the WBC, with all that money they take, will they help that family out?
I don't know. I got to see. I don't know if that was actually a fight that was put on by the WBC. The WBC was here in Vegas this weekend. They were here.
Yes.
I mean, you
I
probably
saw
saw
him.
him. You saw
I shook his
Mauricio,
hand.
right? You saw Mauricio?
I didn't want to shake his hand, but everybody else was right there, and he stuck his hand out to me. I didn't want to shake his hand.
Yeah, hey, he had some beautiful new ring. He's always got something new, like commemorative belts. That ring the guy won was pretty damn nice, man. That ring is very impressive.
Some belts are like WWE. Let me just build another one.
Real quick before we get to our analysis of the weekend's fight, this is some boxing news real quick. Bam Rodriguez. Naya Inoue says, yeah, I'll fight you, bro. March is the deadline. So you got to, whatever the contract is that they're going to sign. Naya Inoue said that he's fought too much. This is the latest. He says he needs a break. So he's not going to fight anybody until Bam. And Bam has to get this ready by March of 2027. So we will not see the monster anymore until next year. He says he needs time off to let the guy who won the world champion this weekend, William El Camarón Zepeda, afterwards in the interviews when they interviewed, he said he needed that time off. He spent a year letting his body recover, and then he got into a camp. He goes, because I have been in a lot of, and he also had that loss to Shakur Stevenson where he probably he said, man, he went over the tapes. They went over his trainers went over everything that he did wrong in that fight, and they said we're gonna learn from that mistake and come back even better. And they did, man. Great thing.
He was just too fast.
He was. Yeah. He looked great. I got it wrong.
Just having a pop.
I got it wrong. A lot of the pundits got it wrong. A lot of people. Drew got it wrong. Even some of the people on the panel. I think the only one. Shout out to Timothy Bradley. You weren't able to see it, but Timothy Bradley showed. He celebrated his daughter's quinceañera on Friday because he married a Mexican woman.
Nice.
So Friday, he had the mariachi and he was dancing at the quinceañera. And he said, I just got this gut feeling. He said it, and he goes, I got a gut feeling that it's William Zepeda night, that he's going to win it. He goes, I just have this gut feeling. So shout out to them for picking that right. I definitely got that one wrong. Again, before we get to our analysis of that, man, there was some super boxing news, very important. Keyshawn Davis, quote unquote, his nickname's the businessman. He shocked everybody because, he had an opportunity. The WBO set him up. There was an offer made for $3 million before the purse bid. He said, nope. Him and his manager, Jay Prince, said, nope, $3 million's not enough. Let's go to purse bid and see if somebody bids even more money. Shout out to El Compita. I appreciate you being in the building. Great to see you. Keyshawn Davis said $3 million is not enough money. Let's go to the actual bidding process, right? And then it was Top Rank won the bid. And he went from getting $3 million in his share to $2.1 million. He just lost $900,000 there. And they said, here's the offer. You said you wanted to go to the bid. You got 24 hours to sign it. And he let them know, you know what? Forget Devin Haney. I don't care. I don't care about that fight.
Quack, quack, quack.
He went from 3 million to 2.1 and then decides I don't want the smoke. I don't want to fight him for a world title. What do you do, Vince? What do you do, Vince, if that's your guy?
I hope I hope his next fight's in LA so they can tax the shit out of him.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Compita. Oh, you got to see the fight. I'm glad. I'm glad that people got to see this fight because it was on TNT. And Jose, if you, I'm gonna put a picture of Vince later on because I got Vince in the audience. He was right there as the fighters were coming in. It was awesome to see him representing there. So yeah, I don't know what to make of Keyshawn, bro. Like he got offered $1.3 million for a fight when he was the 135 champion, lightweight champion, right? He missed weight. He could not make the weight. He was so far off that they canceled the fight the night before the show. He ended up not getting paid. He didn't get paid $1.3 million.
Good. I hate when they don't make weight. I hate that because he bust their ass to make weight.
He lost his title.
That's good.
That's why he moved up to 140. So he never even made $1 million.
He probably should make 140.
I don't understand why you would not accept the $3 million. That was an amazing offer. Who was in his ear?
I would have took it.
And then he doesn't want the $2.1 million to fight Devin Haney. And the only thing you can come up with as a boxing fan is that, I don't know, you were making the duck noise.
Quack, quack.
This is the only thing I can understand. Like, you're afraid of losing to Devin Haney for $2.1 million?
That's supposedly a good loss.
It's a great loss.
Devin Haney ain't a bum. Well,
no, Devin Haney
is, but it's a good loss.
Devin Haney's one of the best fighters out there right now. He's a welterweight champ, and
he's another one.
I mean, Keyshawn has started his career at 135 to move up to welterweight so quickly.
Duck season. Did we get that game Duck Up?
Anyways,
put the pitch on there.
People haven't seen him say anything, but here he is. He made an Instagram post, or what was this, his Instagram? But it's curious the song he picked because let me play it.
It's just me against the world.
Keyshawn. Man. You know, Keyshawn cost me a job. Well, the job doesn't exist anymore. Yeah, I've said the story. Keyshawn and Jake Paul's right-hand man, Jay Leon Love, cost me a job. And Keyshawn, when he made his decision, guys, we auditioned for a broadcast job, and Keyshawn was one of the judges, and it came between me and this girl. And he goes, Shoeshine, don't take it personal. It's just business. Because he said he's a businessman, right? Well, Keyshawn picked Tupac's song. It's Just Me Against the World. First of all, Devin Haney's Oakland. Bill Haney's a Oakland. He's you can't take Tupac. You can't use his music.
Hey, this is a song he needs to play.
Which what? Can't use Tupac. You're from Virginia. It's not just you against the world. Bro, you just did it.
That song.
You had an offer for $3 million on the table and you didn't take it, and now we're here. Oh man.
He should have took that fight, and if he wins, his next fight's gonna be the other way around. You know that?
Yeah. I don't typically play any clips from Chris Mannix and all, but let's listen to what they had to say about the situation.
I don't know what his next opportunity is. From what I'm told, Top Rank doesn't owe him a fight again until May of 2027. Like they don't have, what they can do now is, follow the letter of the law on the contract, offer him his minimums, have him, offer him fights with like Brian Norman Jr. or Tiger Johnson or some of these guys that they've got
good fighters
stable. The kind of fights that don't represent big paydays, that don't represent the kind of big opportunities that Keyshawn is looking for. He is taking a tremendous risk here. And look, maybe it'll pay off.
Maybe it'll pay off. Nope. It's not going to pay off. Those are hard fights.
He should have fought Devin.
Tiger Johnson, also an Olympian, and then Brian Norman Jr. I mean, aside from the loss to Devin Haney, he's a heavy-handed puncher, and things could go wrong. Speaking of things going wrong, let's talk about Saturday, man, because you already got your hands down.
You already know that.
Let's take a listen to, guys, I'm doing podcasts with my boy Lucas Cattell on a really cool new platform that I'm new to called Substack. And Vince, I got to get you on Substack. Substack looks like Twitter, But then it has this live streaming thing on it, like YouTube, and you can go live on there, and then when you're done with the thing, you can send it to YouTube. So it's really cool. And here's the thing: if you're a hardcore boxing fan, all the writers, like all the nerds, the boxing nerds, the writers, the coaches, they're all over
Not
there.
us.
They're over there. Like the other day, we had like 6 people listening, and they were all like reporters. And it's really cool doing the show with Lukey over there because those are the people that are going to be the hardest on me. I'm not a reporter, but it's really cool. So I'm going to start linking the Substack, and you can always watch those podcasts that they're not doing that good on YouTube.
Hey, but you can be better than them. You know why? Because you could be in the streets of Las Vegas. They ain't got the access.
They got to put me to work, guys. Put me to work.
I'll put you to work.
I got all the time.
I'll take you to all the gyms because you got that good voice. You got that perfect voice,
Man, I appreciate you, Vince. I appreciate everything you've done. Let's take a listen.
Say, By the end of the show, say, Bambi, come to the stage. You get that stripper voice. The DJ.
So this clip, guys, Dylan Capatillo is a 17-year-old prospect. 17, high school senior. I mean, I don't know if he goes to regular school.
No, he's in that one where you stay at home and do it.
Yeah, because most actors or professional athletes are going to be doing their own type of schooling. But technically, he's like the age Xander Zayas signed his contract with Top Rank. Xander wasn't really going to a regular school either. He's coming into his 3rd professional fight, and they put him on the main event of the undercard. So he was basically right before the main event was going to start, right? 3rd pro fight. His dad is a very famous coach. Cut man to Tyson Fury. It's also the home of your nephews. They love the box there. Close relationship to the Vargas.
Good sparring at that gym.
World class.
Yeah.
World class gym.
Yep.
And he had an Instagram following still. He has an Instagram following of almost 500,000 followers at the age of 17. So you can understand why Oscar De La Hoya is like, I got to get this kid on my roster. But you also have to keep in mind he's 17 years old and doesn't have the longest. He did not have the longest amateur background. So let's listen to what my boy said, and then we'll talk about what happened, Vince.
And I think anyone that's ever met Dylan really likes Dylan and wants the best for Dylan. Well, obviously he got knocked down and knocked out in his fight this past weekend. He's 17 years old, 3rd fight, signed to Golden Boy Promotions. He dropped the fighter he was fighting before. I wanted to talk about how we always talk about how it's so hard to be a young pro. And here you have, the father is a celebrity trainer, been in Tyson Fury's corner, and you have the son, and you see him that he's so excited to be a pro. He's wearing the outfits, and you can tell that he really, really wants to be the next big thing.
Is that as spectacular as they are, regardless, it's boxing, and you could ultimately have a 17-year-old kid that's taking their first loss as a professional, and that's the place now that they're starting from, and they're
a very, very, very hard loss with just like 1 second to go. And I'm like, technically the referee could just let him go to the corner, but I think
he got up,
right?
He got up his leg,
right? He told him, "Come to me," right?
Yeah.
And with 1 second left, he made the count. He made the count, and the bell was about to expire. But he asked him to come forward, and he saw that a little bit of shakiness in his leg, so he called off the fight. Yeah. I think he could have gone back to the corner, but the referee, who's one of the best, chose to protect the young fighter at 17.
Got to protect him. Got to protect all fighters, not just 17-year-olds. All fighters got to protect them.
Right. Like I said at the beginning of the show, somebody suffered a massive brain injury this weekend. It's a very dangerous sport. Just seconds left to go. I thought I had the clip. It's not really important that I play the clip, even if I have it.
Like that guy said, Dylan is a great kid. Beautiful. He talks intelligent. He's great. If you don't like him, you don't like life. But a lot of people hate on him because but it is what it is. If you got haters, you're doing good. I always say that.
Yeah,
he's around a good crowd. He's got a good group of people around him. He'll bounce back, and he's gonna come back like a monster. Remember, Pacquiao lost his first fights in the Philippines, and remember, Bernard Hopkins lost his fight. So it don't really matter. Floyd lost his first fight, but they gave it to him. But everybody knows, every boxing fan knows Mayweather lost his first fight. And look at him; he came out to be a great fighter. So it's all good. And he's
There's-
young, so he's still got his whole career
Yeah.
ahead of him.
So what I wanted to ask you, and I wanted to give my opinion on it, is what went wrong from a promoter standpoint. And Vince, let me know if you agree with me. I noticed that in the way they brought up Emiliano and Amato when they launched their professional careers, some of their early fights, most of them were in Mexico, and it was low key. And it was low key. Devin Haney, who turned professional as a teenager as well,
and lost.
His first pro fights were in Mexico, and yes,
And lost his first fight.
The fighter that Dylan Capetillo fought was from Tijuana and was only 2-0, but he was a 31-year-old man, and there wasn't a lot of tape on. There's not a lot of tape on a guy who's 2-0. There's just not. Shout out to Crypto Hippie and NFT, man. Appreciate you being in here tonight. There's not a lot of tape, so I feel like the matchmakers, and please don't take this personal if you're over at Golden Boy, but I feel that the Golden Boy matchmakers failed Dylan. There wasn't enough due diligence done. You're putting Dylan at the very top of the prelims, so everybody gets to see him because you feel 100% confident that there's not going to be that what if moment. And what if happened this Saturday? It happened. He's not because he didn't have that long amateur record experience.
But no disrespect to them. Let's just say any fighter. You know, when they present you the fight, you don't have to take that fight. I'm not saying they should have cheered. That's up to them. But I'm just saying, as like a fighter, you don't have to take that fight. You know.
Yeah, you don't. And respect to them for respect for them for believing in
I
themselves.
Respect them for taking it
and taking the fight.
At home. His third fight in Vegas. How many? Emmy only fought 3 fights in Vegas.
Yeah,
Junior only fought 1. I think. Yeah, no, 2 at Mandalay Bay and at the Legion. And you look at this little kid, 3 off the top.
Yeah, right.
You know?
And very impressive in his first fight. Very impressive. The second fight, I noticed there was a little bit of more. It was very much more competitive. The 4-rounder was much more competitive. Yeah. He lost a couple rounds. He starts off really, really hot, fast, aggressive. He's got great hand speed. He's got pop. He's got pop. Yeah. But I noticed in that second fight, midway through it, he had some defensive lapses or like the focus started to disappear in his second career fight. And that's kind of what happened in this fight against this 31-year-old professional is that there was some defense. Yeah, he hurt the guy. He drops him. Yes. But then he had some defensive lack of concentration focus moment where he ended up getting caught in that exchange. And as a 17-year-old, you're getting hit by a grown man with grown man strength. It's different.
Yeah, I would way different.
I would almost prefer to see Dylan fighting guys kind of like they're doing a pretty good job with the Vegas kid that your boy, what's the son's name? 135.
Kaipo.
They're doing a great job with Kaipo, matching him up against other guys kind of his age, but they're club fighters from smaller areas in the country.
Yeah.
So I want to see them go back to rebuild Dylan. He's got to get his confidence back. Maybe you don't put him at the very top. You don't want all the attention on him as you develop him because you got to develop him. You got to build him up.
I think if that was my son, I'd have him take like 2 months off because he's a gym rat. He's like another Emmy. You know, he lives at the gym. Just give him like 2 months off. Just have him just run around and do running, but just that's it. And then come back because he don't come back and be like a monster. But that little kid's got a lot of talent.
You can see it. You can see it. But it just I definitely feel like they were starting to rush him, and now it's time to take a step back.
He should have in my opinion, he should have fought more amateur fights. You know, become like a national ranked amateur, and you know that, and do like how they did Emmy Junior did it, and Amalo. They all did amateur fights.
Yes, they did.
At least 20 fights. You know,
but it's too late for that. It's too late for that because they signed the contract. So now what you got to do is just like Devin Haney. I didn't hear about Devin Haney when he was fighting in Mexico. I didn't even know who he was.
Yeah,
you know,
he lost out there.
Yeah, but now look at him, world champion. So absolutely 100%, you can come back from this. You can become a world champion. You will get better.
There's nothing wrong with the loss. Nothing wrong with the loss.
We're talking about a kid in high school age.
Yes, a baby still
fighting grown men. So
yes.
Hopefully everything's gonna,
be all right.
He's going to be all right. I'm glad you say
He's
that,
got
man.
the right team. He's got the right team around him. He's got probably Canelo already talked to him. Tyson Fury already talked to him. You know, he's good. He's in good hands.
I appreciate that. Yep, he is,
Yeah.
man. Like you said, Tyson Fury. I finally got the guy. His name is, and Vince said it very well, that the referee protected this young man. Maybe he could have let him go back to the stool, but that was me being selfish. He was trying to protect the young fighter, and unfortunately, this past weekend, somebody got very injured. And there's a fundraiser for boxer Lee Reeves, European fighter who, could end up being the. I pray, but people do pass away from injuries like this, and he could have, and he's trying to recover from a serious brain injury. It's a dangerous sport.
Yeah, don't play boxing.
Sport.
Don't play boxing.
So you saw the co-main. You were there. I saw you, which was Raul Curiel of Mexico. That fight bored me, and I was already left the house. Yeah.
I'm glad I went with my friend. That fool got so drunk he passed out. We're just making fun of him, taking pictures of him while he's knocked out.
That was the last fight on that Raul Curiel's contract. It did go the distance. He is a Mexican Olympian, but to be honest, bro.
Boy.
Oh my God.
You don't fall asleep around me. If you're drunk and fall asleep, it's open season. He's lucky we didn't have makeup. We could have painted his face.
Bro, but this is the upstairs.
No, you can't say that.
You had the good seats.
Yeah.
This is what was happening in the balcony behind you.
Thank God they didn't throw him off.
I just. Good night.
I thought that was a baseball game. Those fights.
No, that was up in the balcony, bro. Oh my God! And then he tossed the old.
Out of here. I thought it was a baseball game. I didn't hear nothing about that.
They said no more.
Yeah,
but sometimes people get too drunk at the fights, and it was hot. That's the thing. When it's that hot outside,
in there it was cold.
But even
I was
then,
cold in there.
They had the AC great. Yeah.
Oh yeah. When I left, I was in the story.
But there's no way to know how long people have been drinking before that in the hot Vegas sun, and so they end up going to the fight, and they're already kind of toasty,
And they were giving out Canelo shots.
Oh my God, they were giving the VMC.
Free. Yes, that's my friend had 2 of them. Like, dude.
Oh my God, they're good. They taste good, bro.
I don't drink no more. I don't know.
That's good.
I want the Canelo retirement one. No, just kidding.
No, actually, it's a great thing. You actually make a great point, man. He should probably make something non-alcoholic. There's a lot of people that aren't drinking anymore. Those cocktails, they're really good. They're in the can. And if you made them non-alcoholic, I'm telling you, people will buy them. I mean, they taste good. They don't have to. Not everybody's drinking these days, and I respect that too. So Raul Curiel was boring as hell. I just found out his contract is expiring with Golden Boy, and he's a free agent. A lot of people I've been reading on social media were like, that dude just deserves to be on Zuffa because, I mean, he is a Mexican Olympian, but that fight was boring. To me, Randall, that fight went the distance, and it wasn't exciting. So then we get to the co-main event, bro. Raymond Murataya, Robert Garcia fighter, looked unbelievably good again. I saw him beat Andy Cruz, a gold medalist, and now he beats the Brazilian gold medalist, Robson Conceição. It did go the distance. Nobody's ever knocked out the Brazilian. Nobody. He's now beat 2 gold medalists this year, this calendar year in Vegas.
I think if you listen to Robert more, he would have stopped that kid because Robert was telling him what to do and he wasn't doing it.
Really, you could see that you could see it from there on the screens. They were yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I noticed in the last fight that he was listening to Robert more, and I thought it was good because Andy Cruz, he's a very difficult fighter to beat, and he's the first person to beat him. I thought he listened more in that one. Maybe, like you said, he wasn't listening too intently, but was already kind of an autopilot and knew he was going to beat him.
Yeah.
But if he had listened more, maybe he could have broke him down and got him out of there.
Stopped him. Yeah. I thought it stopped him.
The guy's got 2 great defenses now, becoming the world champion. And now you had 2 guys become 2 world champions. Now you have the Golden Boys' latest champion in William El Camarón Zepeda. What was it like being there? you had to have a lot of Mexicans on one side and a lot of people supporting Roach on the other. Was that what it was like?
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah. Was there a lot of
Yeah.
pardon me, but was there a lot of shit talking in the audience?
Not really.
Good.
Not down on the bottom. No.
There was a lot of. Well, I remember going to Lomachenko. Fonzie went with us. Lomachenko versus Devin Haney, and I was sitting with some people from that came from Oakland. On my left, there was some people from Oakland, and we were just like we weren't rooting for anybody. I was just there. I wasn't rooting for either of them. I was just there to see a great fight, and it was a great fight. And the people from Oakland were like, they were mad, and they were just happy. I was like, no, Devin Haney's doing okay. He's doing it's close. They were so mad, but they were ready to fight anybody. If I had been like a Loma fan, it would have been all bad. I wasn't tripping. I was there to just see a good fight, man. But yeah, people can get pretty heated in those kind of. It was a great fight. Here's a quick clip from it, bro. We mentioned he looked better than he's ever looked in a long time. He threw 884 punches against Lamont Roach. Man,
that's crazy.
That is crazy, bro. He's a wrecking machine. A buzzsaw, as they like to say it, a buzzsaw. What did you think, man? Now he's the world champion. Now Oscar has a new world champion.
I'm waiting for Lamont to pop him, catch him. But this guy was like, it looked like Broner versus Pacquiao.
Yeah, because we really thought that in certain moments it looked like maybe he would land some counters, but I think he got tired from all the punishment, man. It was a lot of punishment. He was on it. He took a lot of punches. In fact, let me my TV's tripping here, but here's some more highlights from the fight. I gave Lamont Roach, I think, 2 or 3 rounds. So it wasn't a complete wipeout, but it wasn't the Lamont Roach that should have beat Tank Davis. And then the Pitbull Cruz fight, looking back on it, I think that took a lot out of Lamont Roach fighting Pitbull Cruz.
I think those draws messed him up.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely, man. And William Zepeda kind of said that those Tevin Farmer fights, the pair of them took a lot out of him as well.
Yeah. It's hard being a boxer, you know that? And the older you get, the harder it gets.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Here's Terrence Crawford. Did you know that the microphones weren't working for Terrence Crawford and all the people over there? When it was being projected onto TV, they really messed up, bro.
He caught me off guard.
Hey, but at least I knew who he was.
I wasn't ready for that. I was looking for the straight, come forward type fighter, but from round 1, I said, Tim, look at his movement. Look at his footwork. His distance, his range, his angles, his feints, his jabbing, his counter ability, his punch placement, just how he was controlling the fight. I told him earlier, I said, man, it's going to be a bad night.
So everybody kind of says that this is the best version of William Zepeda they've ever seen.
He looked great.
He was doing Lomachenko. He was creating angles. He was coming at him from different. He was countering. He's a much better, improved version of himself. And now at this division at 135. In fact, actually, I'm going to put this up here. And guys, we're going to end pretty short tonight. We got stuff to do. Appreciate everyone who's here, but this is the current list of Mexican world champions. Christian Medina, bantamweight. Jose Salas, IBF bantamweight. We have 2 bantamweight champions. Rafael Espinoza, the mariachi singing featherweight champion. Emmanuel Navarrete, 2 titles at 130 pounds. Super middleweight. And then William Zepeda at 135. We have 126, 130, 135, man. And Crypto Hippie NFT says Zepeda looked amazing and Shakur looks even better. So he must have learned, like he said, he learned a lot of stuff from that fight against Shakur, man. His win over Zepeda is aging well. Yeah, the question is Teofimo going to look better? Is Teofimo, from what the schooling Shakur put on him, is Teofimo going to look amazing in just less than 2 weeks against
I hope Rolly catches him.
This is nuts, guys. So I'm working to get an interview with someone that we've interviewed on the show before. And I'm talking about Canadian fighter. Lucas Badi, man, he is such a great guy. I met Lucas during the COVID era when he couldn't fight in the U.S., and his manager is Phil LaGreco. Phil LaGreco, Vince, Phil LaGreco trained with Fernando.
Oh, wow.
Phil LaGreco trained for Fernando, I think, for the fight he had against Errol Spence. I think so. Well, don't quote me on that. If I get to talk to Phil LaGreco, who was with PBC, you guys remember him. He's now managing Lucas Badi's career. He kind of went into management. That's really awesome. And Phil has ties, bro. Phil has ties to Fernando. He trained with him. I think he trained at the same time Francisco Esparza was training with him.
All right.
I think so.
remember Fernando training Gabe Rosado. And then he trained another guy from Fresno. I forgot his name.
So we'll find out. We'll try to get him on the show. We're going to get him on the show soon because this is the next big deal, the next big purse bid for the WBA Lightweight Championship of the World. Floyd Schofield, who famously, and I've met Floyd's mom twice, and she's awesome. And Fonzie and her keep in touch on social media. I've seen the fights with Floyd. I've seen 2 of his fights in person. But remember, he had such really good fights that he ended up getting a Shakur Stevenson fight, and mysteriously, Floyd Schofield got sick, and he took all these pictures with his dad, took all these pictures that he was dying in bed in Saudi Arabia. Remember that? Fight week?
For the heart muscle.
On Fight Week against Shakur, the greatest fight.
Heart muscle.
I mean, people are begging. You got Rayo Valenzuela, who signed with Zuffa, begging Shakur to fight him. He's like, please, bro, come on. Well, I just knocked out one of the top dudes. I beat Pitbull Cruz. You should fight me. And meanwhile, Floyd got the opportunity of a lifetime to fight Shakur Stevenson, and then days before the weigh-in, he's in the hospital saying, I don't know what they put in my thing. They put something mysterious. Shakur's people were over here poisoning me. It all didn't make any sense, bro. I'm just being honest. Now, Floyd Schofield is being offered the opportunity of a lifetime to fight for the vacant WBA title. He could be a world champion, but he's got to beat our boy, Lucas Badi. This is really, really cheap, bro. Look at the purse. Can you actually see this? This is the opening bid. Minimum opening bid is $150,000. August 11th, next week, right? Next week? Damn.
Wow.
It's going to happen, Vince. And I wonder where this fight is going to take place. So I don't think Floyd is going to back out of a fight with Lucas. And I cannot see why Lucas would not want to take this fight. Please, let's not have another, what's his name? The businessman.
Muscle.
The businessman. Let's not pull another heart muscle. Let's not pull a Keyshawn Davis saying. The good thing is that I heard Floyd Schofield's dad saying that they don't care what the purse bid comes in at. They're going to fight the dude. Good. You should. You could be a world champion for a world title. That means Oscar will have 2 of those titles. Would you, as Golden Boy, would you have him fight? Would you have him fight William Zepeda, or would you keep them far away? Like you got one title, he's got the other title.
Well, he already backed out on me once, so he got to earn that fight. You know that? You got to climb the ladder. I don't care if he's a world champion, you got to climb the ladder.
Yeah. Keyshawn disappointed a lot of people. Crypto. That was a lot of money. We're talking about $3 million offer. There is no way that that Lucas Badi, who fights for Jake Paul, I think Jake Paul's promotion MVP, he's an MVP fighter. There's no way he's been offered $3 million or $2.1 million ever. And I can't see why anybody would turn down whatever this is. This is a world title opportunity. They both got it on the line, and man, I hope they make it. Here's a picture of Oscar consoling Dylan Capetillo. It was a shocking loss, but just from what I can see, man, the body language on Oscar, he got faith. He's okay. He's not tripping. he's not about to fire. He's not giving up on this kid or fire him, right?
Oh, he's too young. He's good.
Yeah. He's good, man.
If he's 35, then he's done. He's good.
Yep.
He's got a long way to go. He got a long career ahead of him. He's gonna talk about this one day, 20 years from now, when a little kid, 17, say, "What should I do?" He's gonna tell him this is what happened to me.
Yeah. Here is Yeah, that's the WBA orders the Schofield versus Body Purse for the vacant title next week.
Oscar lives in Vegas. He'd probably talk to him again.
Yep.
You know, I would talk to him every day. Make sure his head's all right. Make sure he's doing good. Go pick him up. Go take him golfing. Fuck it. 'Cause, Oscar golfs. Get him out there on the golf course.
Yeah, I love the internet, man. AI, people are having a lot of fun. AI is definitely helping me with thumbnails, and now I'm starting to realize everybody's thumbnails look the same, but it's easier work, man. Look at these great people. Just you see this one? I don't fight, I duck. Norfolk duck. People are tripping with these AI things, man. They're having a great time.
Make one a duck hunt, and put the boys on there. I put one on my Instagram with him and Tank Davis. Ducking.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So we got another massive fight coming up in September, Mexican Independence Day weekend. We're not the only people that thought Lamont Roach was going to win. Apparently, Ryan Garcia lost $10,000 on Saturday night.
A little close one to call, but we're going to be going with Lamont Roach, as you could see. Possibly another draw. So here we go, guys. Boom. 10,000. Well, we'll just do 11. Place.
Rain bet, man. These betting apps could make you lose money so quick. But immediately after the
Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say right here, immediately after this fight.
Es algo que me gustaría, donde él me diga 135, 140.
Yeah, that's something very much like 135, 140.
So they asked William Zepeda Murataya, who was the co-main event, would you prefer to have him or Abdullah Mason, which is Top Rank's really, really good young fighter? And he says Murataya is the bigger challenge.
More money.
What did it say?
Very much. They're talking about they hate us.
I told.
Watch this. Watch.
That's great. That's awesome.
Yep.
I mean, when you're on top, everybody. That's what happens when you're on top. Everybody hates, man. So yeah. I did get a chance to find your other nephew Amato. I've been hearing a lot about a potential Oblivion. This Oblivion being offered.
You don't want that smoke,
dude. I don't. It's not in this clip, but here's Amato right after the fight.
Maybe September. Maybe we'll see. I don't know. We got something in the works, so it's gonna be crazy on some Jake Paul shit.
Yeah. Who do you got winning tonight? Zepeda or Roach?
I know they're both bad motherfuckers. Fuck, I think Zepeda's Mexicano. I don't know. Whoever doesn't let the best man win.
All right. Well, if you heard the very beginning, about him fighting. They just fought on BKB together, him and his brother, and they were in Paris last week. He said that it's going to be maybe in September they're going to have a fight, but it's going to be on some Jake Paul type. What do you mean Jake Paul? Could it be that fight they're talking about getting
Netflix?
Oh, well, I don't know. But is BKB going to be on Netflix? But also, is it the possibility they're going to entice one of the top streamers in the world right now, in the U.S. at least, this Oblivion kid, to get in the ring with him? That's a lot of money. I heard $1 million that he could potentially make Oblivion. Why would anybody? Why would anybody pay a streamer $1 million, bro? You got to take that money and take the L that comes with it. Just take the million.
You don't take a beat down. You don't take an L.
Just take the $1 million. I mean, this kind of money doesn't come often, bro. Not at all.
You better offer a model $10 million. Say, hey, I need you to lose. Offer him $10 million.
Man, this is going to be the last story of the day, guys. I appreciate everybody that was here. We're coming up on the hour mark. Well, Amato was talking about on some Jake Paul type. Jake Paul, Vince, is pissed off a lot of people because he's been going on these podcasts, other sports podcasts, saying that people in the NFL because he said recently that he thinks he can become an NFL player and join an NFL roster. And that's an insult to anyone who's ever played college football and tried out for the NFL. So he said, you know what? I challenge he goes, maybe I can't be an NFL player as good as you guys, but I bet you that not one NFL player could come over into boxing and even last 2 rounds with me. So we talked about this guy, Hockett, or what is it, incredible, Josh Hockett. Josh Hockett played for the 49ers. He's that UFC fighter that pissed off a lot of people when they did the UFC show at the White House. He offended a lot of people, comes across as kind of a bigot. But anyways, this dude, he fights in the UFC. He went from football player 49ers roster to the UFC. He says, I'll take that challenge any day, right now. So we could be seeing a UFC fighter, Hockett, in a boxing match with Jake Paul. I mean,
dude, Jake Paul. Damn, we've been talking about Jake Paul for a while. So what does he do? He throws some gas on the fire just to bring his name back up. He knows darn well if Ray Lewis hit him, he'll be crying. And Ray Lewis has been out for what, 5, 6, 7 years?
Yeah.
Ronnie Lott hits him. Ronnie Lott hasn't played in a decade or something. But if Ronnie Lott hit him, he'll be crying. He can't do it. He's just talking out of his,
This is actually a really good fight for Jake Paul. He did break his jaw. The doctors told him don't go back to fighting. Maybe he shouldn't. But look, Jake Paul became famous from fighting washed up MMA fighters. He's still an active UFC fighter. And it would be pretty awesome. He says, I'll give you $1 million for anybody that can go 2 rounds with me. So Josh Hockett would love to take that $1 million offer. It's probably more than they get paid in the UFC.
Of course.
Oh, that was loud. Yeah, I appreciate everybody that joined us on a Monday night. We're going to come back with some more boxing, football, baseball talk this week. Slugged Out Sports maybe Wednesday or Thursday. So make sure you're subscribed and hit that notification bell.
And tomorrow, the ace for the Dodgers is pitching tomorrow. The new Dodgers pitching tomorrow. And Dodgers on a 4-game losing streak right now. What the heck?
They got the new guy in tomorrow?
Yep, tomorrow.
2-time Cy Young
against the Cubs.
Wow, that's a big deal, man. I'll be watching to see the highlights, how he does, man.
I'm watching the whole thing.
Yeah, so we'll be back, guys. Please subscribe over to Vince's channel, Slugged Out Sports. I'm going to be posting this show.
Up.
I'm gonna post that on his channel. Make sure you're subscribed on YouTube, Slugged Out Sports.
It's free.
Yeah, it's free, man. We'll have some more awesome content for you guys in the middle of this week. Appreciate you all. Dave in the 702. Vince, we're out. Peace.
Peace out.